Hi, Aries. We're going to do your reading from April 20th through the 26th. It's good for the sun, rising, moon, or Venus sign of Aries. Keep in mind it's a general message. It's not a personal message meant for just one person. So if parts of it don't resonate with you, that's because it wasn't a message meant just for you. It's meant for the entire zodiac sign of Aries. So I try to make it reach as many of you as possible. If the message applies, great. If it doesn't, just leave it behind. It could be meant for someone else. If you're a cross watcher checking in, you might need to swap the roles. Aries, you might have to as well. Energy is very fluid in a general message, and so is timing. Things can even be opposite and in reverse. If you want a message to resonate with you 100%, book a private reading with me. My email is in the description below and some preliminary pricing. If you're new to Soma Chandra Tarot, welcome, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. Okay, let's get into it for you. Your guides wanted me to use some oracle cards to show me the energy you're in. You guys did need 9 shuffles. There may be a lot of reversals in your reading. Don't bitch at me about that. I am a strong believer in reversals and in uprights because life is full of reversals. And sometimes when a reading shows so many reversals, it's like when all the cards come in reverse, you know a change is going to happen soon because something just isn't working. And then change will come. Okay. Just keep that in mind. Some people bitch about that. If you don't like the way I read, piss off. That's just how it is. Life's full of reversals, right? And you can turn things around, as always. So, Aries, you're showing me individuality in the reverse, risk in the reverse, which is the Fool. That's you. And focus in the reverse. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, another Aries, a Gemini, a Libra. You're feeling like you're you're feeling a little misunderstood right now, and you're feeling like people might not appreciate your individuality or that you're struggling to fit in some way, an identity crisis, even to some degree. And you're afraid to move forward and take a risk in a situation. You don't want to take a leap of faith. You think if you do, it would be a risk. You might be having a hard time leaving the past behind, and you're having a hard time knowing exactly what you're aiming at and why. You're afraid to let that arrow go and see where it goes. You're having a hard time focusing on a relationship right now. You might be afraid you're going to miss the mark, or that someone won't understand who you are. They're not seeing you and who you are as a person as special and different and amazing. And I think it's making you feel a little upside down to a degree. Your person is showing me summon in the reverse, vision in the reverse, and differences. You could be dealing with another Aries or a Virgo, an air sign, a Libra, maybe. That's not true for all of you, just for some of you. This person is not trying to summon you towards them, nor do they have a long term vision of where this is going. They may feel as though they need to use every trick up their sleeve to make something happen here with you. That's also possible. And they also feel as though this person also is not really looking towards the future. They might think they're a magician. They might think that they can see the future with you, but I don't know that that's true. I feel as though they're pulling back from you more than anything. And they're feeling that there's differences between the two of you, day and night, night and day. Sometimes differences are good, but I think that you guys are struggling with that. What's between the two of you is the Three of Cups, but the Two of Pentacles is the challenge. So you guys could have been friends, or it could be a situation where you were openly dating. I think it's possible that friends might have gotten in the way, or the challenge for, I mean, you guys could really enjoy each other and have fun, and there could be a lot of healing and a happy homecoming and creative collaborations and celebration. But the challenge is making room for it and knowing that some changes need to be made. There could be some juggling going on. Yeah, that's also possible. Someone having a hard time making room in their life. Okay, let's see what comes out. Spirit, show me, Aries, how do they see themselves this week in a relationship? This could be any kind of relationship, you guys, even with yourself or with your job. Show me, Aries, how do they see themselves? What is their opinion of themselves? Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is about a breakup, or a disharmony, a distrust between you and someone. You need to focus more on self-love. It's not making you feel good about yourself or the connection. Lots of distrust. You don't want to have that Two of Cups moment. You can't have that heart-to-heart with this person. Three of Pentacles in reverse, and you don't want to work on it either. You do not want to cooperate. You want to work alone here. I think you feel as though you need to work alone in a relationship or by yourself. There's disharmony here. Possible third-party interference, a lack of commitment. You're not feeling like you can learn and collaborate and work as a team with this person and then grow. Okay. How else does Aries see themselves? One more card. It's just not working out with this person. The Empress. You're dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You want to be an Empress. You think they're an Empress. The Empress is a mother, sometimes a wife. You could feel like you're the Empress in this situation, or that they are. Someone here is very grounded, creative, beautiful, very high standards. Someone has very high standards here. You might feel like, look, I'm an Empress. I do not have time for your third-party bullshit. That might be what's going on here if you're the Empress. If they are the Empress, you're intimidated by them a little bit, probably. But that's not necessarily true. I just heard it a little bit, so it's true for somebody. You might be, like, if this is at work, you're trying to, or in your family, you're trying to think of very creative solutions to deal with a lack of commitment and harmony and lack of apathy. I'm seeing a couple different things here, though. Okay, how does Aries feel about their person? This wants to go back. Okay. It wanted to come out and it wanted to go back. That's what's on your mind. How does Aries feel about their person? How does Aries feel? And the Empress is a lot of commitment. The World in reverse. This cycle was never really completed with this person. Left unfinished. The Moon. And you could be dealing with a fixed sign. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancerian possibly, or you have that in your chart. The Moon. What else? You're feeling pretty moody and emotional. Things are not as they seem. You're not operating out of a place of clarity. The Hermit. You're withdrawn. You're thinking a lot about this. You could be dealing with a Virgo too. This person could be coming in to shed some light on something. They're the Hermit. They could be a spiritual person, very wise, or you could be. But in your feelings, you're withdrawn, seeking solitude. You're operating out of a place of insecurity. Things are not as they seem. You feel nervous and insecure right now. The Moon is a very heavy energy. Sometimes it's blind love. Keep that in mind. We're not operating out of clarity, but you're trying to figure something out here with the Hermit. You're thinking a lot about this and why you can't have the world with this person, why you can't move on, or something just didn't complete. It didn't bring you to that pause and that breakout moment. And it's not. You could be at a distance from them, possibly, with the World and the Moon. Possibly. Not necessarily. How does Aries see their person? What is their opinion of this person? This doesn't mean it's who they are. It's how you see them. The Devil in reverse. You think they're detached from you. You don't think they have a lot of desire for you. You think that they don't want to play with fire with you. They're facing their own self-limiting beliefs. They're not going to be chained and bound. Two of Pentacles. This person might be juggling you with someone. If they are, they know it and they don't care, is what I just heard. But that's only true for some of you. But I felt it and heard it really strongly come out. But that's not true for all of you. You see this person as busy. You see this person as trying to be detached. You see this person as a Knight of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign. You see this person is very brave and very direct. They will stop at nothing. They'll go right out on a limb and be very brazen almost and take a risk. This person wants action. They move quickly. It's very hard to best a Knight of Swords with words. The only one that can really do it is a Queen of Swords. This person might have a sharp tongue. They don't lie, but they move fast. They might have bolted away from you, or they might be coming at you. They could be very direct. It can even come off as harsh. They might be striking out on their own. Okay. Said something quickly, did something quickly. What action does Aries want to take towards this person? The High Priestess in reverse. That's Pisces and Libra energy. Well, you're withdrawn into silence. You might even have a secret. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You might secretly want a divorce. You feel energetically disconnected from this person. There is a lack of equal contribution between you and this person, a lack of stability or long-term success. Knight of Cups in reverse, and you are not going to be Romeo. You are not going to express love. You are pulling back. You're not able to. Worst case scenario, you're moody. You might be having a tantrum or a meltdown. Overactive imagination, unreal. You might have been being really unrealistic in this situation and you're not listening to your intuition. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, this just wasn't what you thought it was, and it's not bringing stability, and you can't feel connected to them intuitively in this situation. Four Cups, and you're mopey. Emotional reevaluation here. Okay. Spirit, show me Aries person. Show me their person. How do they see themselves in this situation? How do they view themselves? Ace of Cups in reverse. Cup of Love pointed down. They have feelings, but they're listening to their intuition. They're repressing their emotions. They're focused on self-love and a healing. They don't have love. They have love in their heart, but not to give at this time. Four of Wands in reverse. And this person's in a place of transition. They feel conflict with you. They can't build a foundation with you. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They feel as though there's something very one-sided about the relationship. A lack of equal give and take. They may feel as though there's some kind of an unpaid debt, but this person's focused more on self-care and deconstructing a foundation, not wanting to get together for a homecoming and to relax. Okay. They may feel as though they gave a lot and they realize that they gave with strings attached and now they want to receive, but you're not returning it or they're not returning it. It's lack of equal give and take. This person can't be spread thin. How do they feel about Aries? They may want to receive at this point, whether they deserve it or not. They do. How do they feel about Aries? Eight of Cups in reverse. Well, they might look over their shoulder at it like they walked away and they think about walking back. They're either drifting away entirely or they're in a place of emotional indecision. Sometimes the Eight of Cups in reverse can mean an abandonment issue, like they want to walk away, but they don't have anything to walk away to. I think they want to drift away, though. Five of Pentacles. This person feels really left out in the cold by you. It could even be financial. This person feels like they're left out in the cold and they didn't really get what they wanted out of the situation. They feel like they didn't get the best of you. They don't want to take a leap of faith forward. They can't leave the past behind and move forward with you. They won't take a risk. They feel left out in the cold. I think that it's not that they're having totally a hard time moving on. They're not feeling like they're getting the best of you. They might feel like they were foolish or reckless and now they're left out in the cold and they can't walk away, but they're not going to pour love out. That's possible. How do they view Aries? Six of Wands. They think you have an ego. They think that you ignore them, act as if. They think that you want victory and success and that you like attention. They think you're very proud. The Wheel of Fortune. They might think that it was fate that they met you and a part of their destiny. They see you wanting victory and success in your life. They see you being very confident. They see you at a turning point and going through a lot of change and ups and downs, playing out your destiny, just going with the flow. They may think that it was part of their destiny to play out a cycle with you. They may seem to think you're on the right path, Seven of Wands, yeah, and that you're defensive and that you're going to stand your ground and defend your point. You're saying, look, I'm headed towards victory and success. I'm just letting my wheel of fortune roll. I'm going to tolerate the ups and downs, and I'm going to stick up for what's important to me. This person thinks that you feel caught off guard and defensive about the choices you're making and your destiny and your turning point, but that you seem to think you're going to be successful and you're confident about it. That's how they view you. It's not a bad way to view to somebody, but they feel kind of left out in the cold by you in some way. What action do they want to take towards Aries? Page of Pentacles in reverse. They're procrastinating, communicating, or doing anything with you. Nine of Wands in reverse. They're pretty worn down and paranoid and walled off. It's a struggle. They feel like they're not getting what they need here, and they need to use all their inner resources just to make it to the end of something. They're pretty overwhelmed. They're pretty walled off with you. Like they can't handle these tough times. Nine of Cups, and they really just want to be happy and content and satisfied all by themselves. They're moving towards their own wish fulfillment. I don't think that they think they can get it with you. The Star in reverse. Yeah, they feel like this isn't making them feel positive and motivated and free. The Hangman, they're just trying to take a new perspective on this, I think. It's paused. Surrender to things they can't control. Okay. What's between them? What do they have in common? Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, you're both sort of trying not to be trapped in your head about it anymore at this point. You're both trying to release negative thoughts. You both might have a bit of an inner critic, and you have to face the beliefs you have about yourself that limit you. You see that you're trying to see something for what it really is and not feel like the victim in a situation, not all trapped in your heads. Three of Cups. This could be a friend in some way. You both might want to have fun and be friends, or it could be like a group dynamic. You both could be very social, happy people. Dating, friendship, happiness, death and rebirth. Scorpio could be between the two of you, or a water sign. There might have been an ending between the two of you, or you're both going through a transformation of some kind, a death and a rebirth. That Page of Pentacles procrastinates in doing something and manifesting something on that person's end. And they also feel like they're really worn down. They just want to be happy. That's what your person wants. Okay, when will I ever get to wish fulfillment? You guys seem to both be going through some kind of a death and a rebirth. What are the blockages? Nine of Cups. Someone's happy all on their own. Someone might be smugly satisfied. Someone might drink and eat and indulge themselves a lot. Or they're just content all by themselves. Two of Swords in reverse, Libra energy here. One of the problems is it's a stalemate. Nobody can figure out the truth and find a good solution. Somebody might not like how happy somebody else is. Someone might even be gloating. That's possible. Seven of Swords, futility, and somebody wasn't honest. Somebody was wearing a mask. Someone was being very strategic in a situation. Okay. What actions will take place this week? Or so someone's doing that. Someone's kind of wearing a mask, and the Seven of Swords can be betrayal and deception, or being very strategic and tiptoeing around trying to get away with something, but you could never prove it. Weird. Six of Pentacles in reverse is the first action that will be taken. Well, this is one-sided. There will be a lack of equal give and take. No one will be sharing the wealth. If someone's meant to be generous this week, they will not be. Unpaid debt in some way. The Hermit, withdrawn. And introspective, Virgo energy here. High Priestess in reverse. I see someone not being generous, not offering up any kind of support or anything like that, and totally withdrawing into silence. The Moon. Things are not as they seem. Anxious, fearful of illusion. Anxious and fearful illusion, a very emotional. Make sure this isn't like blind love. Things just aren't as they seem and aren't very clear. What's at the top of the deck? Five of Cups. This is disappointing. We're crying over spilled milk, focused on the negative. Ten of Wands in reverse, just trying to release a burden. Two of Pentacles and make changes and keep all your balls in the air and sort of ignore emotion and keep yourself busy. Lots going on, juggling. They're pulling back. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Aries, that's your reading from the 20th through the 26th. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you make changes, moving through the week so you can, live your best life. I hope it helps you move forward and grow. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aries. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.